If your heart woke up thinking about your children before you even thought about yourself, this prayer is for you. Maybe they are young and still under your roof. Maybe they are adults making decisions you cannot control. Maybe they live far away, carry private burdens, or are walking through a season you do not fully understand. Today, instead of beginning the morning with fear, we are going to speak their names before God and place them in His hands. Take a quiet moment now. You do not need to have every answer. You do not need to know what will happen today. You only need to bring the people you love into the presence of the One who sees what you cannot see. Father, I come before you this morning with gratitude for the lives you have placed in my family. I bring my children to you by name. I bring every concern I have been carrying, every question I cannot answer, every danger I cannot predict, every decision I cannot make for them, and every burden I have tried to hold by myself. Today, I choose to pray instead of panic. I choose to bless instead of imagine the worst. I choose to trust you with what is most precious to me. Now, quietly or out loud, speak the name of each child you are praying for. Say their name slowly. Do not rush. Let each name become a prayer. Father, you know this child completely. You know where they are, what they are thinking, what they are facing, what they are afraid to say, what they need, and what they still do not understand about their own path. I cannot be everywhere they go, but your presence is not limited by distance. I cannot see every influence around them, but nothing is hidden from you. I cannot control every choice, but I can place them in your care. Psalm 121 gives us a beautiful foundation for this kind of prayer. It reminds us that the Lord watches over our going out and our coming in. That does not mean a family will never face difficulty. It means we do not face life abandoned. We can ask God for protection, wisdom, endurance, discernment, and peace in every season. So this morning I pray, Lord, watch over my children as they go out and as they come in. Watch over their steps, their conversations, their work, their studies, their friendships, their travels, their decisions, and their quiet moments when no one else knows what is happening inside them. Guard them from harm, but also guard them from choices that can slowly pull them away from what is good, honest, wise, and life-giving. Give them discernment when something looks attractive but carries a hidden cost. Give them courage to say no when pressure is strong. Give them humility to listen when correction is needed. Give them wisdom to recognize good people, healthy opportunities, and the right doors. And when a door should remain closed, give them peace not to force it. Father, protect their minds. In a world filled with noise, comparison, fear, pressure, and constant demands, give my children a mind that can return to truth. When they feel behind, remind them that their value is not measured by another person's timeline. When they feel rejected, remind them that rejection does not have the authority to define their identity. When they make mistakes, help them learn without becoming trapped in shame. When they succeed, keep them grounded, grateful, and compassionate. Protect them from thoughts that steal peace. Protect them from the lie that they have to have everything figured out immediately. Protect them from voices that make them feel small, hopeless, or unworthy. Surround them with people who encourage integrity, responsibility, faith, and healthy growth. And Father, when I become one of the voices that adds pressure, correct me too. Teach me to pray for my children without trying to control them through fear. Teach me to offer guidance without turning every conversation into a warning. Teach me to love them deeply while respecting the responsibility you have given them to make choices, grow, mature, and learn. This is especially difficult when a child is an adult. There comes a time when a mother or father can no longer organize every part of a child's life. You may see something they do not see yet. You may recognize a pattern that concerns you. You may want to protect them from every disappointment. But love cannot always remove the road in front of someone. Sometimes love prays, speaks wisely when the moment is right, and then releases what it cannot carry. If that is where you are today, pray with me. Lord, I release the illusion that worry gives me control. Worry does not protect my children. Endless fear does not guide them. Replaying every possible problem does not create safety. So I bring my concern to you and ask you to turn my fear into faithful action. Show me what is mine to do. If I need to make a phone call, give me wisdom. If I need to apologize, give me humility. If I need to listen more and speak less, give me patience. If I need to set a healthy boundary, give me courage. If I need to step back and allow my child to take responsibility, give me strength. And if there is nothing I can do today except pray, help me believe that prayer is not nothing. Prayer is a way of placing my heart before you so that I can respond with peace instead of reacting from fear. Think now of the child whose situation worries you the most. Speak their name again. Father, I place this specific concern before you. You know the detail, you know the conversation, you know the decision, you know the distance, you know the financial pressure, you know the relationship, you know the work situation, you know the health concern, you know the spiritual questions, you know what I do not know. I ask you to enter this situation with wisdom and mercy. Make clear what is confused. Bring truth where there is deception. Bring wise counsel where there is isolation. Bring courage where there is fear. Bring patience where there is impulsiveness. Bring reconciliation where reconciliation is healthy and possible. Bring distance where distance is necessary for safety and wisdom. Bring maturity where old patterns keep repeating. I do not ask to control another person. I ask you to guide, protect, teach, and awaken what is good. If this prayer is speaking to what you are carrying today, leave a like as a quiet sign that this morning you are choosing faith over fear. Now let us go deeper. One of the spiritual principles often emphasized through Christian metaphysics is the importance of directing thought toward truth rather than feeding fear. That does not mean pretending problems do not exist. It means refusing to let fear become the only voice in the room. When you think of your children, notice the sentence your mind repeats automatically. Maybe it says, something bad is going to happen. Maybe it says, they will never change. Maybe it says, they are making a terrible mistake. Maybe it says, I have failed. Maybe it says, if I am not watching everything, everything will fall apart. Today, we are not going to build our prayer on those sentences. We are going to build it on truth, responsibility, and trust. Say this with me. God is present where I cannot be. God can guide what I cannot control. My children are responsible for their choices, and I am responsible for how I pray, love, speak, and respond. I will not make fear my daily prophecy. I will bless more than I criticize. I will listen before I assume. I will speak truth without using fear as a weapon. I will trust God with the parts of their lives that are beyond my reach. These are not magic phrases. They are a way of bringing your thoughts back into alignment with faith. Father, help me to become a peaceful presence in my family. Let my home be a place where truth can be spoken without humiliation. Let my children know they can come to me without expecting instant condemnation. Give me wisdom to recognize the difference between protecting and controlling, between helping and rescuing, between offering counsel and demanding obedience. For the child who is still young, give me attentiveness. Help me notice what they are learning, who is influencing them, what they are carrying emotionally, and what kind of example I am setting. Protect them at school, at activities, online, in friendships, and in every environment where I cannot see every detail. Give the adults around them integrity, patience, and good judgment. Help me teach them practical wisdom, how to ask for help, how to recognize unsafe situations, how to tell the truth, how to treat others with respect, how to respect their own boundaries, how to make careful decisions, and how to understand that faith and responsibility belong together. For the teenager who is trying to discover who they are, give me patience and discernment. Protect them from influences that celebrate recklessness, cruelty, dishonesty, and self-destruction. Give them healthy friendships. Give them confidence that does not require them to prove themselves by doing what they know is wrong. Give them courage to leave situations that do not feel safe. Give them someone trustworthy to talk to when they are confused. And help me remember that a teenager may need guidance delivered differently than a small child. Teach me to remain available. Teach me not to turn every disagreement into a battle for control. For the adult child, Father, give me a different kind of strength. Help me respect the life they are building. Give me wisdom about when to offer advice and when to wait until I am asked. Protect our relationship from constant criticism, old resentments, and the temptation to use guilt to keep them close. Where there has been distance, show me whether there is a healthy step I can take. If I have caused pain, give me the courage to acknowledge it without excuses. If I have been wounded, help me seek healing without making my child responsible for repairing every part of me. And where the relationship is loving, but life has simply become busy, help us create small moments of connection, a message, a prayer, a meal, a conversation without an agenda, a simple, "I was thinking about you today." Father, protect not only my children's bodies, but also their character. Let honesty become more important than appearance. Let wisdom become more important than approval. Let kindness remain strong even when the world rewards harshness. Let discipline grow where distraction has taken over. Let responsibility grow where excuses have become easy. Let compassion grow without making them naive. Let courage grow without making them reckless. Let faith grow without becoming pride. Protect them from becoming the kind of person who looks successful outside but is empty within. Give them roots that remain when circumstances change. I also pray for their work and provision. Guide them toward honest opportunities. Give them discipline to learn, prepare, save, plan, and make wise decisions. Protect them from financial choices driven only by pressure, appearances, or desperation. When money is tight, give them creativity and courage. When money increases, give them wisdom and stewardship. Open appropriate doors and close doors that would cost them more than they realize. Let them understand that provision is not only a sudden answer. It can also come through learning a skill, changing a habit, asking for counsel, applying for a better opportunity, organizing what they already have, and becoming faithful in small things. Father, I pray for their relationships. Bring people into their lives who respect truth, boundaries, and mutual care. Help them recognize manipulation, dishonesty, and disrespect. Give them courage to walk away from relationships that continually damage their peace, dignity, or safety. If they are married or building a family of their own, give them patience, communication, forgiveness, and practical wisdom. Help them create a home that is not built on appearances, but on trust. If they are single and desire a partner, guide them toward healthy love rather than desperate attachment. Teach them not to confuse attention with commitment or intensity with character. And if they are healing from heartbreak, stay close to them in that process. Give them time. Give them perspective. Give them the strength not to return to what repeatedly wounds them just because loneliness becomes uncomfortable. Father, protect their spiritual life. If they believe deeply, strengthen them. If they are questioning, meet them with truth and patience. If they feel far from you, let them discover that your presence is not fragile. Give them honest questions and trustworthy people. Protect them from spiritual manipulation and from fear-based voices that use religion to control. Let their faith become sincere, thoughtful, compassionate, and alive. And Father, protect me from turning my own spiritual convictions into pressure that closes their heart. Let my life speak as clearly as my words. Let them see faith in how I forgive, how I work, how I handle money, how I treat people, how I respond when plans fail, and how I admit when I am wrong. Now place your hand over your heart for a moment, if that is comfortable for you. Breathe slowly. You may have been carrying your child's life in your body all night, your shoulders tense, your thoughts racing, your mind trying to predict the future. But this morning, you are allowed to release what belongs to God. Say, Father, I give you my child. I give you the future I cannot see. I give you the decisions I cannot make. I give you the places I cannot go. I give you the conversations I cannot hear. I give you the outcomes I cannot control. Teach me to be faithful in my part and peaceful about what is not mine. I bless my children without trying to possess their lives. I pray for them without turning prayer into fear. I love them without demanding that they become exactly who I imagined. I ask you to guide them toward wisdom, truth, courage, peace, and purpose. Now I want you to do something simple. Speak each name one more time, and after each name say, God, I place you in His hands today. For example, Michael, I place you in God's hands today. Sarah, I place you in God's hands today. Say the name that matters to you. Let your voice slow down. There is something deeply grounding about naming the person and naming your surrender. This is not a formula that guarantees a perfect day. It is a practice that helps your heart move from anxious control toward faithful trust. If you are praying for more than one child, do not compare their paths. One may be thriving while another is struggling. One may call often while another is distant. One may share your faith while another is questioning. One may seem settled while another is starting over. Bless them individually. Do not make one child the standard by which you measure another. Father, teach me to see each child as a whole person. Help me celebrate growth, even when it is slow. Help me recognize effort. Help me avoid labels that trap them in an old version of themselves. If I have repeatedly said, "You always do this," or "You never change," teach me a better way to speak. Let my words create space for responsibility and growth. And when I need to confront something serious, give me calm strength. Help me speak clearly, not cruelly. Help me stay anchored in truth rather than exaggeration. Help me know when outside support, professional guidance, or trusted counsel may be needed. Faith does not ask us to ignore practical wisdom. Prayer and action can stand side by side. We can pray for protection and also teach safety. We can pray for provision and also teach stewardship. We can pray for peace and also encourage healthy support. We can pray for guidance and also ask wise questions. We can pray for reconciliation and still maintain appropriate boundaries. This balance matters because surrender is not passivity. Surrender means we stop pretending to be God while still doing the good that is ours to do. Write in the comments, God, I place my children in your hands. That is the one sentence I want this community to carry today. Father, I pray now for every person who is listening and carrying a specific child in their heart. Some are worried about a son who has become distant. Some are praying for a daughter who is exhausted. Some are praying for a child making a major decision. Some are praying for a young adult searching for direction. Some are praying for grandchildren as deeply as they pray for their own children. Some are carrying the pain of a strained relationship. Some do not know how to reach the person they love. Meet each listener with peace and wisdom. Where there is a conversation that needs to happen, prepare both hearts. Where silence is needed, give restraint. Where an apology is needed, give humility. Where a boundary is needed, give courage. Where patience is needed, give endurance. Where practical help is needed, make the next step clear. Where grief is present because a family does not look the way someone hoped it would, bring comfort without false promises. Let this prayer become a turning point in the way we carry our families, not because every circumstance changes immediately, but because we stop allowing fear to govern every thought. Father, I ask your blessing over the roads my children travel today, over every car, bus, train, sidewalk, flight, workplace, classroom, appointment, and ordinary errand. Give them alertness. Give others around them good judgment. Protect them from unnecessary risk. Help them arrive safely. I ask your blessing over their phones and conversations. Give them discernment before they respond. Keep them from words they will regret. Protect them from scams, manipulation, cruelty, and pressure. Help them use technology wisely rather than letting it consume their peace. I ask your blessing over their homes. Let those homes become places of rest. Where there is conflict, teach healthy communication. Where there is disorder, bring practical steps toward peace. Where there is financial pressure, bring wisdom and honest opportunity. Where there is loneliness, bring healthy community. Where there are children of their own, give them patience and strength for the next generation. I ask your blessing over their decisions. Before they say yes, give them wisdom. Before they sign, give them understanding. Before they leave, give them clarity. Before they commit, give them discernment. Before they react, give them pause. Before they give up, show them whether perseverance or a new direction is needed. Father, teach them to seek counsel without surrendering responsibility. Teach them to learn from mistakes without being defined by them. And when they do not choose what I would choose, help me respond with wisdom. I may not agree with every decision. I may still have concerns, but I refuse to let fear destroy the relationship I still have an opportunity to nurture. Show me how to remain truthful and loving at the same time. Now, as this prayer comes toward its close, receive this blessing for your own heart, too. May you remember that loving your children does not require living in constant fear. May you release the belief that a good parent must predict every danger. May you stop measuring your love by how much you worry. May you become steady enough to pray clearly, listen carefully, speak wisely, and rest when the day is over. May your children experience your love as strength, not pressure. May they know that your prayers are not chains around their choices, but blessings over their path. And may you trust that God can work in places your eyes cannot reach. Father, once more, I speak the names of my children before you. I bless their going out and their coming in. I bless their minds with clarity. I bless their hearts with peace. I bless their work with integrity. I bless their relationships with wisdom. I bless their decisions with discernment. I bless their homes with grace. I bless their future without trying to control it. Protect them, guide them, correct them, strengthen them, and surround them with what is good. When they face difficulty, give them resilience. When they face success, give them humility. When they are confused, give them direction. When they are afraid, give them courage. When they are tired, give them rest. When they need help, give them the wisdom to ask for it. When they need to begin again, remind them that a new beginning is possible. And for me, Father, give me a peaceful heart. I place my children in your hands today. I will do my part. I will speak with love. I will practice wisdom. I will respect healthy boundaries. I will remain available. And I will trust you with what I cannot control. In Jesus' name, amen. Carry this prayer with you as you begin your day. And when fear tries to return, do not argue with it for an hour. Simply speak the name of your child and say again, God, I place you in his hands today. Then continue with the Psalm 91 prayer on your screen, where we pray for God's protection over the whole family before leaving home. Let that be the next step in your morning of peace, protection, and trust.